Stay with me for a second, don't scroll past this. If you're seeing this right now, it's not random. Something deeper brought you here. Maybe you've been feeling stuck lately, like no matter what you do, things just aren't moving forward, like something keeps blocking you. Today I want to pray with you. This isn't a regular prayer. It's a breakthrough prayer, a prayer for restoration, a prayer for real freedom. So wherever you are right now, just pause for a moment. Take a deep breath and get your heart ready, because I believe something is about to shift for you. Before we start, drop in the comments, "I receive my breakthrough." And if this resonates with you, like it, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe. You never know whose life might change because of it. Subscribe our channel Victory in Jesus Prayers. There are moments in life when things just don't make sense. You wake up with good intentions. You try to move forward. You put in effort, but somehow things don't align. Doors that should open remain closed. Opportunities pass by, and deep inside, you start to feel like something is holding you back. It's not always visible. Sometimes it shows up as constant delays. Sometimes as confusion in your decisions. Sometimes as a heaviness you can't explain. You might even find yourself asking, why is everything so difficult? Why does it feel like I'm stuck? Why am I not moving forward like I should? And the truth is, many people go through this, but not everyone talks about it. There are silent battles that happen within. Battles of doubt, fear, discouragement, and exhaustion. You try to stay strong, but it gets tiring. You try to stay positive, but negative thoughts creep in. You try to believe things will change, but time keeps passing. And slowly it begins to affect your confidence. You start questioning yourself. You start wondering if things will ever shift. You start feeling like giving up. But hear this clearly. What you are experiencing right now is not the end of your story. Just because things feel stuck doesn't mean they are permanent. Sometimes the greatest breakthroughs come after the hardest moments. Sometimes when it feels like nothing is happening, something powerful is actually building behind the scenes. This is not your defeat. This is a moment of preparation. A moment where your strength is being tested, your faith is being shaped, and your breakthrough is being prepared. So don't lose hope. Don't give in to discouragement, because today you are not just watching this video. You are stepping into a moment of change. And before we move forward, I want you to declare this with faith. I am not stuck. I am moving forward. Say it again. My situation is changing starting now. Hold on to that, because what feels like resistance today can turn into victory sooner than you think. Now this is the moment where everything begins to shift. Because it's not enough to only recognize the struggle, you must also rise above it. There is something powerful about speaking with intention. Words are not just sounds, they carry direction. They shape your mindset, your focus, and your response to what you're facing. So right now, we are not going to stay silent. We are going to declare, not from fear, not from doubt, but from a place of confidence. Even if you don't feel strong at this moment, speak anyway. Even if your situation hasn't changed yet, declare it anyway. Because sometimes your voice has to rise before your situation changes. Say this slowly and mean it. I refuse to stay in this condition. I am not held back anymore. I am stepping into progress. Let those words sink in. You are not powerless. You are not stuck without a way forward. You are not defined by what you've been going through. There is strength within you that hasn't fully been released yet. And today, we activate that strength. Every delay that has been frustrating you, every confusion that has been clouding your mind, every moment where you felt like giving up, we are confronting it with clarity and boldness. Say this: I choose clarity over confusion. I choose progress over delay. I choose peace over fear. You are making a decision right now, a decision to stop agreeing with what's holding you back and start aligning with what moves you forward. Because change begins with agreement. And today, you are no longer agreeing with limitation. You are no longer agreeing with negativity. You are no longer agreeing with the idea that things will never change. Instead, you are choosing to believe that things can shift, that doors can open, that your situation can turn around. Even if it feels small, even if it feels uncertain, keep speaking it. Because consistency in what you declare builds strength in what you believe. And what you believe eventually shapes what you experience. So don't hold back. Lift your voice again, out loud or in your heart. I am rising above every challenge. I am moving forward with strength. I will not stay where I was. This is your moment to stand firm, not in what you see, but in what you are choosing to believe. And as you continue through this prayer, carry this mindset with you. You are not here by accident. You are not speaking empty words. You are stepping into a moment of change, clarity, and forward movement. And this is only the beginning. Let's go deeper now. Set aside distractions for a moment. If you can, close your eyes, take a slow breath in, and release it gently. This is your moment to connect, to release, and to receive. Heavenly Father, we come before you with sincerity and openness. You see everything, every hidden burden, every quiet worry, every unanswered question. Nothing about this moment is unknown to you. Right now, we bring our thoughts, our emotions, and our situations before you. Where there has been confusion, bring direction. Where there has been uncertainty, bring clarity. Where there has been pressure, bring relief. You understand the weight that has been carried for too long, the silent battles that no one else notices, the effort that has been given without visible results. In this moment, we ask for renewal. Renew the mind where it feels overwhelmed. Renew the heart where it feels tired. Renew the spirit where it feels drained. Replace tension with calmness. Replace restlessness with stillness. Replace heaviness with strength. Let a sense of peace begin to settle, even if everything around hasn't changed yet. We ask for guidance moving forward. Show the right path to take. Help in making wise decisions. Remove uncertainty when it comes to important choices. Bring the right opportunities at the right time. Create alignment where things have felt scattered. Help everything begin to move with purpose. For every delay that has caused frustration, we ask for patience and understanding. For every closed door, bring clarity about what truly belongs ahead. Strengthen confidence from within. Let doubt lose its influence. Let negative thoughts lose their control. Let courage begin to rise again. Help to stand firm, even when things feel uncertain. Help to keep going, even when progress seems slow. Surround this moment with calmness and protection. Where there has been stress, bring ease. Where there has been pressure, bring balance. Where there has been fear, bring reassurance. Let the atmosphere around shift into something lighter, something clearer, something more stable. We also ask for restoration. Restore lost motivation. Restore focus where it has been distracted. Restore energy where it has been depleted. Bring back clarity of purpose. Bring back a sense of direction. Bring back the ability to move forward without hesitation. For relationships that feel strained, bring understanding and peace. For situations that feel complicated, bring solutions that are simple and clear. Let this moment mark a turning point. A point where things begin to feel different. A point where clarity replaces confusion. A point where forward movement begins again. Help to let go of what cannot be controlled. Help to release what has been weighing down the mind. Help to focus only on what truly matters moving forward. Fill this space with calm confidence, a quiet assurance that things are working out, a steady belief that progress is happening, a deep knowing that this moment is not wasted. Even if the change is not visible yet, let the inner shift begin now. Let there be stability in thoughts. Let there be clarity in direction. Let there be strength in every step ahead. And as we continue forward from this moment, help to carry this peace, this clarity, and this renewed strength into every situation. We receive calmness. We receive direction. We receive strength. And we move forward with confidence. Amen. Now we step into one of the most important parts of this moment. Because sometimes the biggest challenge isn't just what we face once, it's what keeps repeating. Certain patterns don't come loudly. They don't always announce themselves. They show up quietly again and again. The same kind of delay, the same kind of disappointment, the same cycle that feels like it never fully ends. You move forward a little, and then something pulls you back. You make progress, and then something interrupts it. You start feeling hopeful, and then something discourages you. Over time, it begins to feel like a loop. And the hardest part is not just the situation itself, it's the feeling that nothing is changing. But right now, we are addressing that directly. Because cycles are not meant to last forever. Patterns can be broken, and what has been repeating in your life does not have to continue. Take a moment and think about it. What is the pattern that has been showing up again and again? Is it delay? Is it confusion? Is it lack of direction? Is it starting something but never being able to complete it? Whatever it is, this is the moment to face it, not with fear but with awareness. Because once you recognize a pattern, you are no longer controlled by it. And now let's begin shifting that pattern. Say this with intention. This cycle will not continue in my life. I am stepping out of repetition and into progress. Let those words carry meaning. You are not meant to stay in a loop. You are meant to grow, to move forward, to experience new levels, new opportunities, and new clarity. Sometimes patterns continue because of what we hold on to internally. Old thoughts, old fears, old expectations that things will go wrong again. But today, you are choosing something different. You are choosing to release what no longer serves you. You are choosing to stop expecting the same negative outcomes. You are choosing to believe that something new can happen. And that decision matters, because change doesn't always begin outside. It begins within. Right now, begin to let go. Let go of the thought that nothing ever works out. Let go of the belief that this always happens to me. Let go of the fear that things will never change. Those thoughts have no authority over your future. Replace them with something stronger. Things are shifting in my favor. I am moving into a new phase of life. I am no longer defined by past patterns. Feel the difference. You are not the same person you were when those patterns first started. You've learned. You've grown. You've become stronger, even through difficult moments. And that growth is not wasted. It's preparation. Preparation for a new direction. Now let's go deeper. Sometimes patterns are reinforced by reactions. When something goes wrong, it triggers frustration. Frustration leads to doubt. Doubt leads to hesitation, and hesitation slows everything down. But today, you are changing that response. Instead of reacting with frustration, you respond with calmness. Instead of reacting with doubt, you respond with clarity. Instead of reacting with fear, you respond with confidence. This is how patterns begin to lose their power. Not all at once, but step by step. Choice by choice. Moment by moment. Right now, make a clear decision. I will not react the same way anymore. I will respond with strength and clarity. This is not about pretending everything is perfect. It's about choosing a different direction, even when things feel uncertain. And as you do that, something powerful begins to happen. The cycle starts to weaken. The repetition starts to break. The pattern begins to lose its hold. Now visualize this for a moment. Imagine yourself stepping out of a circle that represents everything that has been repeating, every delay, every frustration, every limitation. And now see yourself stepping beyond it, into something open, something new, something unrestricted. That is where you are heading, not back into the same cycle, but forward into a new path. Say this clearly. I am stepping into something new. Let that settle in your mind. Because new beginnings don't always come with loud announcements. Sometimes they begin quietly with a decision. A decision like the one you are making right now. Now let's bring focus to forward movement. You don't need everything to change at once. You don't need every answer immediately. You just need one step. One clear step forward, and then another. Progress doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like consistency. Sometimes it looks like patience. Sometimes it looks like continuing, even when results are not immediate. And that's okay, because real change builds over time. Right now, shift your focus from why is this happening to what can I do next? That small shift creates momentum. Momentum creates movement, and movement breaks stagnation. Say this: I'm moving forward one step at a time. Let that be your mindset. Not rushing, not forcing, but moving steadily. And as you move forward, you'll begin to notice something. Things that once felt heavy start to feel lighter. Things that once felt blocked start to open. Things that once felt confusing start to make sense. This is how transformation happens. Gradually, but powerfully. Now take a deep breath again. and recognize this moment. This is not just another moment. This is a turning point. A moment where you are no longer accepting what has been repeating. A moment where you are choosing something different. A moment where you are stepping into growth. Say it one more time. It stops here, not out of frustration, but out of confidence, because you now understand something important. You are not controlled by patterns. You are not limited by repetition. You are not stuck in cycles. You have the ability to shift direction, and that shift has already begun. From this moment forward, carry this awareness with you. When something tries to repeat, pause. Recognize it and choose differently. That one decision that repeated over time creates lasting change, and that is how patterns are truly broken. Not by force, but by consistent, intentional change. You are stepping into that now. A new direction, a new mindset, a new outcome. And this time, things will be different. Now we slow down again. You've released, you've declared, you've made a decision to move forward. And this is the moment where you receive. Not by force, not by struggle, but by allowing. Take a deep breath in. Hold it for a moment and gently exhale. Again, inhale slowly, exhale completely. Let your body relax, let your thoughts settle. Because right now, you don't need to chase anything. You don't need to figure everything out. You don't need to solve every problem. This moment is about peace entering your life. Sometimes we get so used to tension, so used to thinking, so used to worrying, that peace can feel unfamiliar. But peace is not something distant. It's something that can exist right here, right now. Even before everything changes around you, even before every answer comes. Peace can begin within. Say this gently. I allow peace into my life. Pause. Let those words settle. Not just something you say, but something you accept. Right now, imagine a calm presence surrounding you, a quiet stillness, like everything around you has slowed down. No pressure, no noise, no rush, just calm. Whatever has been weighing on your mind, you don't have to carry it in this moment. Set it down, even if just temporarily. Give yourself permission to rest mentally. Sometimes the breakthrough doesn't begin outside, it begins inside, with a shift in how you feel, a shift in how you think, a shift in how you respond. And right now, that shift is happening. Say this. I release what I cannot control. I accept what I cannot change right now. I focus on what I can move forward with. That is strength, not forcing outcomes, but staying steady regardless of them. Now let's talk about breakthrough. Breakthrough is not always loud. It's not always instant. Sometimes it begins quietly, with clarity where there was confusion, with calmness where there was stress, with direction where there was uncertainty. And often the biggest breakthrough is this: you are no longer reacting the same way. You are no longer thinking the same way. You are no longer carrying things the same way. That is real change. Take another deep breath. Feel your chest rise and fall. Stay present in this moment. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not missing out. You are moving through your own process at your own pace. And that pace is okay. Say this slowly. Everything is working out step by step. You don't need to rush your life. You don't need to compare your journey. You don't need to feel pressure to have everything figured out. Right now, you are exactly where you need to be for this moment. And from here, you move forward with clarity. Now let's go deeper into receiving. Receiving is not passive. It's intentional. It's choosing to accept good things when they come. It's allowing yourself to feel peace without questioning it. It's believing that things can improve, even if you haven't seen it yet. Say this. I am open to positive change. I welcome clarity into my life. I accept peace without resistance. Sometimes we block our own peace by overthinking, by asking, what if something goes wrong again, by expecting the same negative outcomes. But today you are choosing something different. You are choosing to stay present, instead of projecting fear into the future. Right now, there is no problem you need to solve. There is no situation you need to fix immediately. There is only this moment. And in this moment, you are safe. You are calm. You are steady. Let that truth settle within you. Now imagine your life moving forward, not in chaos, not in confusion, but in clarity, step by step, one decision at a time, one action at a time. Things begin to align. You begin to think more clearly. You begin to feel more stable. You begin to respond with confidence instead of fear. This is how progress builds, not suddenly, but steadily. And the more you stay in this state of calm focus, the more your actions become effective, the more your decisions become clear, the more your path becomes visible. Say this again. I trust the process of my life. Trust doesn't mean everything is perfect. It means you are willing to keep moving forward, even without full clarity. Now bring your attention back to your breathing. Inhale slowly, exhale gently. Let every breath ground you. Feel your body becoming lighter. Feel your mind becoming quieter. Feel your emotions becoming more balanced. You are not the same as you were before this moment. Something has shifted, even if it's small. It matters. And small shifts lead to bigger changes. Now let's focus on inner strength. Because peace is not weakness. Peace is stability. Peace allows you to think clearly. Peace allows you to act wisely. Peace allows you to move forward without being overwhelmed. Say this. I am calm and I am strong. Strength is not always loud. Sometimes strength is quiet. It's the ability to remain steady when things feel uncertain. It's the ability to keep going without panic. It's the ability to trust that things will unfold. You are building that strength right now. Now think about what lies ahead. Not with fear, but with calm curiosity. Because rest is not just physical, it's mental. Say this slowly. My thoughts are slowing down. My mind is at ease. Let those words guide your state. You are not in a rush. You are not under pressure. You are not behind. This is your moment of rest. Now imagine yourself lying down in a peaceful place, a place where everything feels quiet, safe, and still. No noise, no disturbance, no pressure. Just calmness. Let that image become clear. As you stay in that space, feel your breathing become deeper, slower. Your body knows how to rest. Your mind knows how to slow down. You are simply allowing it. Now say this. I allow myself to rest deeply. Rest is not something you earn. It's something you need. It's something that restores you. And tonight, you are allowing that restoration. Whatever didn't get done today can wait. Whatever is uncertain can be faced tomorrow. Right now, the rest comes first. Now let's gently speak calm over your thoughts. Every worry that tries to rise, let it pass. Like a cloud moving across the sky, you don't need to hold on to it. Say this. I am not holding on to worry. Every thought that feels heavy, release it. You don't need it in this moment. Now feel your body becoming heavier in a good way, relaxed, supported, still. Your breathing is steady. Your mind is quiet. You are entering a state of deep rest. Now let's focus on emotional calmness, because sometimes emotions stay active even when we try to rest. If there is anything you felt today, stress, frustration, disappointment, acknowledge it and release it. Say this. I release all emotional weight. You don't have to carry those feelings into tomorrow. You can let them go tonight. Now imagine a gentle sense of peace filling your chest, spreading slowly through your body, through your thoughts. This is calmness. This is stillness. Stay here. Now let's speak rest over your entire being. My body is resting. My mind is resting. My emotions are at peace. Feel that alignment, everything within you, slowing down together. Now we prepare for deep sleep or deep rest. There is nothing you need to hold on to, nothing you need to protect, nothing you need to control. You are allowed to fully relax. Say this. I let go completely. Let your breathing become softer, quieter, natural. If your mind tries to think again, just return to your breath. No frustration, no pressure, just gently returning to calm. Now imagine yourself drifting into rest, slowly, peacefully, without interruption. Your body sinking deeper into relaxation, your mind becoming lighter. Everything is settling. You are not carrying stress. You are not carrying fear. You are not carrying pressure. You are resting. Now let's speak peaceful rest over your night. I will rest peacefully. I will wake up refreshed. My mind will be clear. Let those words become your expectation. Rest is not something uncertain. It is something you are stepping into right now. Now take one more deep breath. Inhale slowly. Exhale completely. Feel the final release. Everything that needed to be said has been said. Everything that needed to be released has been released. Now there simply rest. Stay in this calm, stay in this stillness, stay in this peace. And as you continue listening, or even if you fall asleep, this calmness stays with you. Because tonight, you are not carrying anything heavy. Tonight, you are resting. And that rest is restoring you for what comes next. Now this is where everything begins to shift even deeper. Because up to this point, you've released, you've declared, you've allowed calmness to enter. But now we're stepping into something powerful, breaking limitations. Not slowly, not passively, but intentionally. There are moments in life where things feel stuck, like you've been trying but not moving forward, like you've been pushing but something keeps resisting, like you're ready for change but nothing seems to open. And over time, those moments can begin to shape your thinking. You start to wonder, maybe this is just how things are. Maybe I'm not meant to move forward. Maybe this won't change. But that's exactly what we are confronting right now, because limitations don't always come from reality. Sometimes they come from repeated thoughts, repeated experiences, repeated disappointments. And slowly, they build an invisible boundary. A boundary that tells you, don't try again, don't expect more. Don't move forward. But today, that boundary does not stay. Take a moment and think, where have you been holding back? Where have you stopped expecting progress? Where have you accepted less, not because you wanted to, but because you felt you had to? That is the place we are addressing. Say this slowly. I am not limited anymore. Pause. Say it again. I am breaking every limitation that has been holding me back. Feel the weight of those words, because this is not about pretending everything is perfect. This is about choosing not to stay confined. Limitations can look different for everyone. For some, it's fear. For others, it's doubt. For others, it's past experiences that made them hesitate. But no matter what form it takes, you are not staying there. Now imagine something for a moment. Imagine yourself standing in front of a door that represents progress, growth, opportunity. But for a long time it felt closed, unmovable, out of reach. Now see yourself reaching for that door again, not with hesitation, not with doubt, but with certainty. Say this: I am stepping forward. As you say it, imagine the door beginning to open, slowly but clearly. Because sometimes the shift begins the moment you decide to move. Now let's go deeper, because breaking limitations is not just about moving forward. It's also about letting go of what kept you stuck. Think about any thought that has been repeating in your mind. I can't. It won't work. Nothing is changing. Those thoughts may have felt real, but they are not permanent. Say this: I release every limiting thought. You don't need to fight those thoughts. You don't need to argue with them. You simply choose not to agree with them anymore. Because agreement is powerful. And today you are choosing a new agreement. You are agreeing with growth. You are agreeing with movement. You are agreeing with change. Now feel that shift happening, even if it feels small. It's real. Because change doesn't always start loudly. Sometimes it starts quietly, with a decision. Now say this: I am moving into a new phase. Let that sink in. A new phase, not a repeat of what you've already experienced, not the same cycle again, something different. Now imagine yourself stepping forward into that new phase. What does it feel like? Lighter, clearer, more open? Stay in that feeling for a moment, because your mind needs to experience what's possible, not just what has already happened. Now let's address hesitation, because even when opportunities come, sometimes hesitation tries to hold you back. That voice that says, wait, what if it doesn't work? What if it goes wrong? But hesitation doesn't get to lead anymore. Say this: I am moving forward without fear controlling me. Notice something. This doesn't mean fear disappears completely. It means fear doesn't decide your actions. You are still moving. Now let's talk about progress, because sometimes we expect instant results, and when they don't come immediately, we feel discouraged. But real progress is often steady, consistent, and unfolding. Say this: I am making progress, even when I don't see it immediately. That mindset keeps you moving. Now imagine yourself continuing forward, step by step, not rushing, not stopping, just moving. Now let's break one more thing: the idea that you have to stay the same. Because growth requires change, and change can feel uncomfortable. But discomfort is not a sign to stop. It's often a sign that something is shifting. Say this: I allow myself to grow. You don't need permission from the past. You don't need validation from doubt. You are allowed to grow. Now let's anchor this moment, because this is not just words. This is a decision. A decision to stop holding back, stop expecting the same outcomes, stop agreeing with limitation, and start stepping into something new. Now we move into a powerful and defining moment, because breaking limitations was not the final step. It was the doorway. And what comes next is just as important: learning how to walk forward consistently. Many people experience a moment of clarity, a moment of motivation, a moment where everything feels possible. But then, slowly, they fall back into old patterns. Not because they want to, but because consistency is the real challenge. So this section is about something deeper. Not just starting strong, but continuing forward with clarity, confidence, and steady movement. Right now, bring your focus inward. You've already made powerful decisions. You've already released what needed to be released. You've already declared a new direction. Now the question becomes, how do you keep moving forward from here? The answer is not pressure. The answer is not perfection. The answer is alignment. Say this slowly: I choose consistent forward movement. Not rushed, not forced, not overwhelming, just consistent. Because real progress is not built in one moment. It is built in repeated steps. Small, intentional, steady steps. Now imagine your life like a path, not a race, not a competition, just a path. And every step you take matters. Some steps will feel strong. Some will feel uncertain.
Some will feel small.
But all of them move you forward. Now let's build clarity, because without clarity, movement becomes confusing. Sometimes people stop moving forward not because they can't, but because they don't know where they're going. So right now we simplify everything. You don't need to figure out everything at once. You don't need to have every answer. You only need clarity for your next step. Say this: I have clarity for my next step. That's enough. Clarity grows as you move, not before. Now let's talk about confidence. Confidence is not something you wait to feel. It's something you build through action. Many people think, once I feel confident, I'll move. But in reality, you move first, and confidence follows. Say this: I move forward even when I don't feel fully ready, because waiting for perfect readiness keeps you stuck. Now imagine yourself taking a step forward, even if it feels small, even if it feels uncertain. That step matters. And then another step, and another. This is how confidence is built. Now let's address doubt, because doubt doesn't disappear automatically. It whispers, what if this doesn't work? What if you fail? What if nothing changes? But doubt is not a stop sign. It's just a thought. Say this: doubt does not control my direction. You can acknowledge doubt without obeying it. Now let's build mental strength, because consistency requires a strong mindset. There will be days where you feel motivated, and days where you don't, but movement doesn't depend on mood. Say this: I move forward regardless of how I feel. That is discipline, and discipline creates results. Now imagine yourself continuing forward on your path, not stopping, not turning back. Even when it feels slow, you keep going. Now let's remove pressure, because pressure can stop progress. You don't need to rush. You don't need to compare. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. This is your path. Say this: I move at my own pace. Feel that freedom. Now your movement becomes natural, not forced, not stressful, just steady. Now let's strengthen your focus, because distractions can pull you away from your path. Thoughts, opinions, external noise. But focus brings you back. Say this: I stay focused on my direction. You don't need to follow every distraction. You return to your path again and again. Now let's talk about patience. Because progress takes time, and impatience can make you feel like nothing is happening, even when things are moving. Say this: I trust the process of my progress. Trust creates peace, and peace keeps you moving. Now imagine looking back at where you started. Notice the difference. Even if it feels small, it's real. Now imagine where you are going. Not with pressure, but with possibility. Now let's anchor your identity, because consistency becomes easier when it becomes part of who you are. Say this: I am someone who moves forward. Not sometimes, not occasionally, consistently. Now let that identity settle in, because your actions follow your identity. Now let's remove one more barrier: the fear of setbacks. Because setbacks can happen, but they don't define your path. They are part of the journey. Say this: setbacks do not stop me. They don't end your progress. They teach. They adjust. They redirect. But they don't stop you. Now imagine yourself encountering a challenge and continuing anyway. That is strength. Now let's bring everything together. And most importantly, you are continuing. Now say this: I will keep moving forward. Let that be your commitment. Not just for this moment, but beyond it. Because real change happens after this. In your actions, in your decisions, in your consistency. Now take a deep breath. Feel everything settling into place. You don't need to rush. You don't need to force anything. You just need to continue, step by step, moment by moment, with clarity, with confidence, with consistency. And as you move forward from here, remember this: you are not stuck anymore. You are not waiting anymore. You are moving, and that movement is creating your next level. Stay in it. Stay focused. Stay consistent, because this path you are on now is leading you somewhere new, and you are ready for it. Now we arrive at a powerful closing moment, not an ending, but a transition. Because everything you've done so far, every word you've spoken, every shift you've felt, has been preparing you for this, stepping forward with gratitude and expectation. Gratitude is more powerful than most people realize, not because it ignores challenges, but because it changes how you stand in the middle of them. Right now, before anything else, take a moment to recognize where you are. You've made it through things that once felt overwhelming. You've faced moments that tested your patience. You've carried thoughts and emotions that weren't easy, and yet you are still here. That matters. Say this slowly: I am grateful for how far I've come. Let that settle, not rushed, not forced, just acknowledged. Gratitude doesn't require everything to be perfect. It simply requires awareness. Now begin to think about even the smallest things. Moments of peace, moments of clarity, moments where things worked out even slightly. They count. Say this: I choose to see what is working in my life, because what you focus on expands in your awareness. Now we move into something just as important: expectation. Expectation is not wishful thinking. It is a quiet confidence that something can shift. For a long time, maybe your expectation was shaped by past experiences. If things didn't work before, you may have started expecting the same outcome again. But today, that expectation changes. Say this: I expect things to move forward. Not perfectly, not instantly, but forward. Because expectation influences how you show up. When you expect nothing to change, you hesitate, you hold back, you stop trying. But when you expect progress, even in small ways, you stay open, you stay aware, you keep moving. Now imagine waking up tomorrow with that mindset. Not thinking, let's see if anything goes wrong, but thinking, let's see what moves forward today. That shift alone changes everything. Say this: I am open to positive change. Let that openness settle in your mind. You don't need to control how everything happens. You don't need to predict every outcome. You just stay open. Now let's talk about receiving. Because sometimes people are ready to give effort, but not ready to receive results. They question it, they doubt it, they feel unsure about it. But today that changes. Say this: I allow good things to come into my life. No resistance, no hesitation, just allowance. Now imagine opportunities, clarity, and progress entering your life. Not all at once, but step by step. And instead of questioning it, you accept it. That is alignment. Now let's bring in trust, because moving forward requires trust, not blind trust, but a steady belief that your steps matter. Say this: I trust the direction I am moving in, even if everything is not clear yet. Even if the full picture is not visible, you trust the movement. Now let's release one final thing: the need to control everything, because control creates tension, and tension blocks flow. Say this: I release the need to control every outcome. You still take action, you still move forward, but you don't carry pressure. Now feel that lightness. Now let's anchor your mindset going forward, because what happens after this moment matters most. This is where you carry everything you've built into your daily life, not just as words, but as mindset. Say this: I carry this clarity with me. I carry this confidence with me. I carry this peace with me. Let those words become part of you. Now imagine yourself stepping into your next day with this mindset. You are calmer, you are clearer, you are more focused, and most importantly, you are not the same as before. Now let's bring gratitude and expectation together. Say this slowly: I am grateful for what I have, and I am ready for what is coming. That balance is powerful. You are not ignoring the present, and you are not afraid of the future. You are standing between both with awareness and readiness. Now take a deep breath. Feel everything settling. There is no rush. There is no pressure, only movement. Now we close this moment with a strong and clear intention. Say this: I am stepping fully into what's next. Not halfway, not uncertainly, fully, because you have already done the work internally. Now it reflects externally through your actions, your mindset, your consistency. And as you move forward from here, remember this: you are not starting from zero. You are starting from experience, from awareness, from growth. Everything you've gone through has brought you here. And from this point forward, you are not repeating old patterns. You are creating new ones. Now take one final deep breath. Inhale slowly. Exhale completely. Feel the calm, feel the clarity, feel the readiness, and carry it with you. Because this is not just a moment, this is a shift, and that shift is now part of you. Subscribe our channel for more